Hey guys, well today I have another Bath Avenue story. First, I want to get into Joey Calco, his character of him growing up. He grew up on Bay 14th Street between Bath and Benson. Growing up, we really wasn't hanging out with him. He came later on in life after his brother Charlie was killed. We hung out with him every so often here and there, but he wasn't accepted into our friendship, our little crew we had. We had Georgie Adamo, Albert Slavin, John Perdone, Tommy Reynolds, me, Fabrizio, Dean Benicillo, and John LaBarca, and some kid Damien that moved away eventually. Now, then you have Richard Keenan, and all these kids, the majority of them basically passed away. They're not here. They were murdered. A couple of them overdosed and stuff like that. You know, the course of life, nature is smarter than what people think. Life just continues and then it ends. Now, Joey Calco was not the smartest person to be around. He wasn't the sharpest tool in the tool chest. His family had a business, construction, and he lived in a nice home. So he didn't need to go this route. He was a kid who stole cars and did some foolish things, got caught with a pistol. He was on the wrong track, but no one in the social clubs liked him. The Chicos didn't like him, and Sparrow didn't care for him. This is a true fact. None of the guys liked them. Even Georgie Conti and them did not like them. I'm gonna give you one incident, what happened one time. One time we were selling pot on 17th Avenue in Bath. We had all the pot spots on 17th Avenue, Bay 19th, and Bay 17th. These are little pot spots we had back then growing up. Now, Georgie Conti pulls up with a guy named Frankie Notch. Frankie Notch's father was a wise guy with the Colombo family. Georgie Conti tells me, Jimmy, get in the car, I want to talk to you. So I get in, who's in the car? Joey Calco. Joey Calco was in the back seat. Frankie Notch is in the passenger seat. Georgie Conti was in the driver's seat. When I get in the back seat, Georgie Conti tells Joey Calco, Joey, hold him. So Joey's holding me, and I'm pushing him off. So this is what I was dealing with every day of my life growing up, all the backstabbing. At this time, Paulie G was on Bay 23rd. He wasn't a part of our crew. So there's a long story to the Bath Avenue crew. Joey Calco is a Johnny come lately. His tattoo number was number 7 for a reason. He got in last. When we first got our tattoo numbers, it was me, Paulie G, and Tommy Reynolds. We're the first 3 to get those numbers. And then after that, Fabrizio got one, and then Paulie G wanted Anthony Gonzalez to get one, and Michael Yamin. But Joey Calco was later on. And he was a tough kid. I was gonna give you that. He had a brother, Charlie, that was a really good kid. Paulie G had the pot spot on Bay 23rd. And Paulie G would always give Charlie time on Bay 23rd to earn some money, because Charlie had a drug habit too. So he would come to Paulie and say, Paulie, can I get an hour on Bay 23rd selling the pot? And if you sold 40 bags of weed within less than an hour, you made a quick $200. That's the way it was. So, Charlie was a good kid. Joey Calco was always a backstabber. As you know, he's the one who eventually killed Paulie G, and he also killed an 18-year-old kid that he could have made the kid live. Okay? Me personally, I'm gonna tell you straight out, I never killed anybody, pulling the trigger, killing anybody. One kid, Leo, went to go hit me with a baseball bat. I had a pistol. I shot him 3 times. I dropped him. I beat up a couple guys with axe handles. I stabbed a few people. But you know what? It's not something I'm proud of. I'm not telling your kids to look up to me. I don't want your kids looking up to me or looking up to these guys that glorify this mob shit. That's my message to the kids out there. Don't look up to these guys that are doing bad. Go to school, take a trade, do something with your life. Now, getting back on track, I also want to address what Johnny Aliar said on the Goofy Gunner show. Because Gunn is nothing but a goof. That's what he is. He's a goofball. Big eyes, goof, wants to be a gangster. I don't know, Detroit. Listen, Detroit, I love Detroit. It's definitely a tough city. But this guy, he don't know how to interview. Larry Mez is his best friend. He praises him. And I don't know, he says he don't like Aliar, but then he likes Aliar. And they want to talk about Jimmy Calandra. I'm a hot topic, so talk about me. So in Aliar's talk, he says, he calls me a kid. I wanted to look out for the kid in McKean. Now, I went away, I was 23 years old, okay? I went to Lewisburg Penitentiary. I was around all these wise guys all my life growing up. Now, when I got to Lewisburg Penitentiary, seriously, I had Manny Madonna, Herbie Sperling waiting for me, okay, through Mike DeSantis. Mike DeSantis contacted Little Oscar, okay? Now, I was surrounded by a lot of good guys, Frankie Lestarino, Joe Gambino, Patty Del Russo, a lot of guys in there. Michael Perna, Chucky Flynn from Boston. There was guys from all over the country in Lewisburg, serious guys. Joe Lika, a real Albanian guy that was a mad dog killer. The guy Snail, one of the ABs, he killed a young kid in there. Listen, a lot of crazy shit went on in Lewisburg. Lewisburg, I'm gonna tell you, I had the best time of my life growing up over there. I was 23 years old, and I was one of the youngest guys in Lewisburg, but I had a lot of fun. Looking back, those memories were the best. Now, then after Lewisburg, my security level went down. Now, you gotta remember something. Look, I was 23 years old. My security level was a high. I worked from a high going down to a low. I didn't start in a low, then a medium, and a high. I had organized crime on my record already. So all these guys that want to tell fibs, he was nothing but this, he was nothing but that. Listen, Johnny Aliar, I'm going to let you tell my story. You know my story better than I know my story. I'm sure you know everyone's story better than they know their story. This guy thinks he knows everyone's story. He is the king of shit, and he wants to say anything he wants that comes out of his mouth. He's like a throw-up mouth. He don't even know what the fuck he's saying, and after he says it, you know what? It's just gonna come back and smack him in his face. That's what's gonna happen. So this guy says that I was in McKean, and he checked me into the hole after I beat up Gene Gotti. First of all, I never ever touched Gene Gotti, okay? We had words, I said this before, face to face, chest to chest. I respected Gene, he respected me after that. Gene had a little attitude, yeah, but I never ever slapped Gene Gotti. So John Aliar has to continue with his lies because he wrote it in his book. So continue with your lies, and your lies are gonna create another lie and another lie and another lie. Now, after that, then he says, I think he says he slapped me. If you ever slap me, your face will be rubbed against the concrete if you ever slapped me. And another thing is you say, I don't know jiu-jitsu. First of all, I'm not gonna put it out there where I train jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is a part of my life, okay? It makes me calm, I'm respectful, and you know what? You come fuck with me, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna choke you out. Plain and simple, that's it. So come try me, and I'll choke you out, okay? John Aliar. Now, with that said, he also spoke about my education. Now look, I got my GED in Lewisburg Penitentiary. I took a couple college correspondence courses. When I got home, I went to Pittsburgh. I went to CCAC. I got my college card. I'll put that up on my Instagram. You can see it today. So listen, I don't use the best grammar. I might misspell a word here and then, but I ain't no dummy. I'll tell you that. I didn't become 52 years old becoming a dummy. So this A-Light thinks he knows it all. You know nothing. All you are is a big mouth, and nobody shut you up yet. That's the thing. And you're always grabbing somebody's coattails. You're not a man to be on your own. Everywhere I go, I'm by myself. Remember that. I take care of my kids and I take care of me. All the things you said about me were lies. Okay? Prove it. Get those people to say something that I did to them. Now, I want to get into, he said, well, I hang out with the guys and he's not accepted. First of all, I don't want to be accepted into your circle. I don't want to be accepted into the guys from Florida. The guys in Florida is like my blue fucking heaven. That's what's over there, my blue heaven. You ever see the movie with Steve Martin? Whatever I did in my life, I cooperated, call me a rat, whatever you like. I did it because I'm going on in my life to better my life. I got 2 kids that I love and adore. That's my life. My life is dedicated to them now, okay? I do this because it's a little therapy and I like doing it, telling stories, but my family is my life, and it's always gonna be that way. Now, the other thing is, I don't wanna get into a shouting match with John Aliar because that's what he wants. Obviously, every time he puts up a video, he's not getting so many people following him and getting clicks because that's what it's all about with him, you know. And the other thing is, you know, these people are jealous that I went on Sammy's show, that Sammy brought me down and put me on the show. He didn't put A-Light on the show and he didn't put Larry Mezzer on the show. This is what this all comes down to, jealousy. That's what these guys are. They're all jealous. You know, so they want to spin webs and tell lies and shame people's name. And the thing is too, John Aliar, you know, you said something about my mother. You know, my mother was a God-loving person. You know, you ain't no gentleman. I could tell you that. You're no gentleman. Nobody likes you. You got these kids. You got Hootie and the other drug addict attacking me. And if they did it to my face, they get drop kicked in the jaw. I tell you straight out. Okay? So you can try me. I'm not afraid of you, Johnny Aliar. I'm not the one, believe me. And Larry Mezzer too. 2 punks. That's what yous are. So go on the Goofball show. Go do another interview. Go talk about Jimmy Calandra. And Joey Calco, you're a punk too. Okay? You're nothing but a fucking loser lowlife. That's all you were growing up. And I'm sorry, these guys are going to take me out of character, but I'm going to do a woo-ah, woo-ah, easy. Now I'm good. But with that said, I hope you guys are having a great day. It's Tuesday. Enjoy your day. I gave you a little entertainment today. I will continue with the Beth Avenue stories. I'm going to get into growing up and when Bobby the Chico and Georgie Chico put me around them. And we're going to have some stories about the younger days. How Joey Calco was not even in the crew. He came later on. He used to sleep on my floor, Joey Calco. You could ask my sister, ask the people in the neighborhood. Joey Calco's not liked. He's a piece of shit. He always was a piece of shit. You killed your best friend. You're a scumbag. And one more thing I wanted to talk about that I forgot. John Aliar is telling people that he had to tell Gene Gotti about Cosa Nostra. You had to tell Gene Gotti about Cosa Nostra? Come on, seriously? This guy lived Cosa Nostra all his life, whether you like him or not. He lived Cosa Nostra all his life. You're going to tell him? Bro, people don't need to get on TV and wear sunglasses and fancy suits. Kidding me? I just wear a platinum chain, and I say it the way it is. I don't got to look pretty like you all the time. And I walk alone. I ain't got someone walking behind me. Someone got a beef with me, I take care of it. They beat me down, I lose. I get the best of them, I get the best of them. I'm not afraid of nobody. There's no fear in my heart. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this little entertainment. I love your support. I never, ever said I was something I'm not. And thank you for giving me the support you give me. I really appreciate it, and I need it. And as far as the t-shirts, I just got a hold of them. I'm going to be sending them out today, tomorrow. Some of you's ordered them, and I'm sending some of you's some for free. So I have your addresses. They're right here on a piece of paper. I'm going to get to that later on today or tomorrow. So you'll be getting them this week sometime. I appreciate the kindness. I love the love you're sending me. And I'm your guy.